As the voice came in, they saw a middle-aged man wearing a tailored suit stepping into the ward. At the moment when Gao Junwei and Lu Zhongjing saw this middle-aged man, their expressions changed drastically and they were shocked. The dignified Orus Hill underground King Orville. What's happening here? Why did he get here? Gao Junwei and the two hadn't reacted yet, and the next scene made them dumbfounded, and the whole person was struck by lightning. At the door of the ward, there were a few more people rushing in. It was Doris, vice-chairman of Emgrand Group, Solomon White, patriarch of the White family, Qin Gang, patriarch of the Qin family, Tai Lai, the richest man in Haicheng, Tianqi, the dean of traditional medicine, and others. These bigwigs, who have an important status in Orus Hill and Haicheng, walked directly to Charlie, bowed together, and cried respectfully, "Mr. Wade." Charlie asks, "Why are you here?" Orville said respectfully, "Mr. Wade, we heard that your father-in-law was in a car accident, so we hurried over to come and visit. I hope you don't mind." Charlie smiled slightly, and said, "You are so kind." He said these words casually, but just these simple words made these big men like treasures, their faces flushed, and their bodies were so excited that they couldn't stop shaking slightly. Seeing such a scene, Elaine looked ashamed and said to her heart, "It's over." Charlie, a liar, is getting more and more deceived. Now so many big guys treat Charlie respectfully. In case his deception is exposed one day, isn't this family going to die? She doesn't believe that Charlie really has any abilities. She knew Charlie's past was very clear. She became an orphan at the age of 8 and went to a welfare home. Wiped the glass, and was later brought back by the Wilson family father to marry Claire. If he is really capable, how can he be so stubborn? Gao Junwei was dumbfounded, especially when he saw Warnya. It was even more incredible. This is the famous Song family youngest progeny. In front of the Song family, his Gao family was not even a Bolshoi. Even his father had no right to see Warnya. But at this moment, Warnya, who is beautiful and moving, is actually respectful of Charlie's rubbish? How can that be? Gao Junwei couldn't understand why Charlie was a wasteful. What is worthy of such a condescending wealthy lady worth hundreds of billions? As a result, he couldn't help being surprised anymore and blurted out, "Miss Song, have you admitted the wrong person? Charlie is the rubbish?" Warnya's face became cold, and she shouted, "Who gave you the courage to question Mr. Wade here?" Qin Gang on the side also gave a cold smile and shouted to Gao Junwei, "Mr. Wade is the only true dragon in the world, with unimaginable fairy methods. How can you say this?" Solomon White, patriarch of the White family, scolded coldly, "Yes, Mr. Wade is highly respected and famous in Orus Hill. How could his name be something you can call with such lowly words?" Orville's eyes were cold, and he said, "I'm all looking at Mr. Wade's horse's head. You dare to be disrespectful to him. That is, if you are our enemy, if you dare to speak wildly, your legs and feet will be interrupted." Under the scolding of everyone, Gao Junwei's face turned blue and white, and his whole person was shocked and speechless. At this moment, Tianqi yelled coldly and said, "Zhongjing Lu, come over here." Upon hearing this, Zhongjing Lu was panicked. Others don't know, but he knows whether his miraculous medicine has cured Tianqi's illness. Now that he sees the righteous master, he has to wear his lies. But at this moment, he could only bite the bullet and step forward and respectfully said, "Old she." Tianqi angrily rebuked, "I just heard you say that you cured my disease with the medicine in your hand?" Zhongjing Lu panicked and said, "Old she, I am not covering up and bragging, please forgive me." In fact, Zhongjing Lu knew very well that after he sold the medicine to Tianqi, Tianqi made it clear that the medicine was very powerful and relieved his injuries, but it was still far from a cure. The reason why he said just now that this medicine cured Tianqi was mainly to pretend to force himself. However, he never dreamed that Tianqi would appear here. At this moment, facing Tianqi, he was extremely nervous. Although he is also a well-known traditional medicine doctor, he is still far behind Tianqi. Tianqi is the president of the Traditional Medicine Association. If he provokes him, he would say something. He can remove him from the TCM circle. In that way, all the hard work of my life will be lost. Tianqi was not prepared to forgive Zhang Jinglu so easily. He looked at Zhang Jinglu and said coldly, "You have offended Mr. Wade, don't you hurry up and apologize." Zhang Jinglu was so angry. What the H*LL? Want to apologize to a little boy? Why? Even if he brags, it doesn't mean he is worse than Charlie. Thinking of this, he stubbornly said, "Old Shi, I admit that I brag about you, but this kid with the name Wade speaks wildly and insults my magical medicine. Why should I apologize to him?" Tianqi had a dark face, and after leading him aside, he whispered, "You idiot. Do you know that the magic medicine in your hand is made by Mr. Wade? How dare you talk like that about him?" "What?" Zhang Jinglu cried out in disbelief. "This magical medicine was made by Charlie?" Tianqi said coldly, "To tell you the truth, Mr. Wade has refined a magical medicine with better effects a few days ago. My old wounds are cured by Mr. Wade's magical medicine. You dare to question his level?" Zhang Jinglu panicked and couldn't choose his way. His sweat continued to flow. He hurriedly explained, "Master, I didn't know that the magic medicine was made by Mr. Wade. If I knew it earlier, how could I dare to do this?" Unexpectedly, before he finished speaking, Tianqi said coldly, "It's late. After this incident, I will suggest the health department to permanently revoke your medical qualification certificate."